Well, here's a question I really ask every HR executive I meet, and I meet many. It's a question to understand what type of HR he or she is playing in his or her company. So here is my favorite triangle. Let's talk about the three corners in this triangle, and then the question is where you are playing. What is your playing ground? What is your type of HR? So on the left side, really, in this corner, you have what I name hire and pay. This is HR without HR. You just hire the people somehow, you compensate the people, and that's it, really. You do nothing else. You have no talent management because the cream always comes to the top naturally. You don't have an employer brand because just be a good employer and the rest gonna be fine. You don't have seminars, trainings, because the people learn while they work. So you do really nothing. You have no processes, no tools, no performance appraisal, nothing. So you just say HR is we talk with the people and we decide. So nothing, okay? Many companies have institutionalized their HR in the last few years and decades and moved from the hire and pay corner to the right side. Now there are two corners. One is central planning and control. That means that you as HR, you as the HR function, you take over responsibility for nearly everything. You are responsible for hiring the people, you're responsible for developing the people, to train the people, you are responsible for their happiness, for retention, maybe even for their health. So you are in charge for all people-related things. So you evaluate the people, you have profiles of the people, and you make decision upon the people. You do something with the human resource, and the human resource is a rather passive something. Okay, that's central planning and control. The other corner is people-centered enablement. That's a completely different type of HR. It's to say the people are responsible for everything. The teams are responsible for hiring the people. The employees are responsible for their learning. The employees are responsible for their long-term development. They are responsible for their happiness and their health. So they are responsible, really. But it's not that we do nothing. We do a lot. We enable them. We help them to take over responsibility. So if John comes across and says, well, I want to develop, I want to succeed in my career, as HR you would say, okay, so go ahead, do something, find your way. You need help? Okay, we help you, but it's your responsibility to grow and to leverage your potential. So that's a completely different game. Now the question is, where do you play? So I used to ask HR executives, take a pen and mark, where are you? So are you here, hire and pay? Are you here, central planning and control? Or are you here, people-centered enablement? Where are you? So what is your type of HR now and in the future, in a few years? So where are you? And that's really funny and very interesting, because that provides a clear picture on how you do HR on the spot, really. So I got a couple of different answers here. So this is one example. This is a company where the HR executive said, so in 2000, we had nothing. And then a new HR head came on board, and then he developed a lot of processes. In 2019, this is where we are. But what I want to do in the future is I want to go towards people-centered enablement, and that's my strategy. This is, on one picture, my HR strategy, at least one central part of it. Here is another company. In the year 2018, I was asking them, where are you? How do you play HR? And they said, really central planning and control. And that's too much. We feel that, no, it's really too much. We overwhelm the organization. So we want to go a little bit back for one area, for area A, but for another area, we really want to move to people-centered enablement. Just to mention here, A is kind of production logistics and B is R&D and sales. Here is another nice example. It's a company that really is now in a situation where they have nothing. They have really nothing, but there is the idea to do more. And this is a startup, by the way, now 200, 300 employees, and they want to do something. But this HR executive was absolutely clear that he will never ever walk towards central planning and control. He always wants to walk towards people-centered enablement. So here is another case. It's a company that was in 2010 really down on people-centered enablement. They did a little bit, and the newly hired HR executive walked straight towards central planning and control, and that was a complete disaster, really. That was a complete disaster. And this picture helped him, on hindsight, why his strategy was a huge mistake. The culture of this company was really about trust, responsibility, shared, decentralized responsibility. And he came across and wanted to implement this entire central planning and control thing, and that completely failed. And that's the explanation. That thing was simply not compatible. So, as HR executive, I ask you as an HR executive, I want to ask, what is your type of HR? Use the triangle and position yourself. I think that helps.